Hey, what's going on, people? Lots to do today. Lots to do today. Lots to do today. Ground fog, you here? Talk to me, buddy. Talk to me. I'm just gonna get started here. Nobody's talking yet. I got a lot to do. Nobody's talking. What's up with that? 9 people here, nobody's talking. What's up with that? Let's go. Okay, I know I'm live. No, I ain't anybody talking. Everybody busy watching a blade show or what? Holy shit. Ground fog ain't saying shit. Nobody. I might as well get off. Nobody wants to say hi or nothing. Come on, man. Come up. Say hi. Watch me make knives. I got lots of knives I'm working on. Come on, man. Good afternoon. Fixing stuff all day. I'm doing my first modern fold. Here's the blade shape. Oh, I gotta drill a hole first. I gotta drill a hole first. Good afternoon. What in the hell? Come on, man. What the hell is that? Wow. Okay. Huh. Okay. I need a different color marker there. Nobody's talking. What a funny thing. Nobody's here. 7 people watching, nobody talking. If you don't like knives and leather, introduce yourself. She all comes sooner or later. Okay. Okay. I'm filing in with the call. The knife stop. Oh, so that was a good enough excuse to get it for a letter opener, huh? By the way, the Slim is my favorite knife. One of my top favorites of knives is the Slim Trapper. Okay. Have to get me the right file here. Come on, man. This is going to be all by hand. Welcome, Anita. This damn thing. I gotta fix this thing. Plugged the wrong one in. Damn it. Nobody talking. Man, y'all must be busy. That's alright. I'll just do what I'm doing and people can just watch, I guess. This ain't gonna cut it. This ain't gonna cut it. No pun intended. This ain't gonna cut it. No pun intended. Hey Charlie, what's up, brother? Guess what I'm making? Well, I'm working on lots of knives, but I'm making my first modern folder for all them modern buffs. I'm gonna show them I can be the man. right there. I'll show you like in a second here, Charlie. It's a badass looking knife, man. Where you at? The firehouse? Work? Another job somewhere? Firehouse, cool. 8 turkeys in my front yard today. They're grazing in the field across the street from my house. I'm gonna whack one of them son of bitches. That farmer loves them too. He's gonna be sad when I take one out. Or 2, or 3. Here's the blade shape on my modern knife. And see if I can't show you what it's gonna look like. There it is. That's what it looks like folded up. There's a flipper tab there. As you can see, this is exactly the size of the knife I'm doing. And then right there, that's open. That is open, brother. What do you think? This is closed. There's the spacer. You know, this is the tail. And then this is the liner lock part of it. But here's the blade inside the knife. And that's what I'm doing I'm working on right now, these flipper tabs. There's a stop pin there. So I got to file that out for the stop pin now. Yep, it's going to be a sweet one. My first modern folder, liner lock. What do you think I should put on it for scales? Give me an idea, brother. G10 with spacers. Micarta with spacers. Think it may be black denim micarta. But I got these scales for this guy's knife. I'm going to finish that today. All I got to do is make the sheath. Sal Buster, the guy ordered. He got the full feature, 190 bucks. I'm gonna get me a milling machine, Charlie. Get a loan and get one, so I can do these modern folders, no problem. But all this custom fucking by hand work, a lot faster. I can make a dozen of these blades in a day with a milling machine. I think once I finish this, somebody's gonna want it. don't want to go too crazy on filing this because I got to drill my hole and get some pins set on a plate. Make sure they line up with the pivot on the blade. That's what I'm going to get, CNC mill. Well, yeah, if I get a loan, I might as well get a CNC mill. I can just program everything on a computer and just have it cut everything out. But we'll see. I still kind of like making them one at a time by hand, you know what I mean? If I start making a lot of volume and sales, then I'll get a CNC. But for now, I just been wanting to have a milling machine. Thanks. But yeah, that's the blade for my new modern folder. Like I said, I'm pin stop holes right now. This is the flipper tab here in the choil. But I gotta make me cardboard patterns for this. I got this trace paper pattern here, but it's working out okay. Like I said, I gotta go now and get a metal plate so I can drill this blade pivot hole and file these right where they need to be. Put a stop pin in it. That's looking pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. If you just join me, here's what I'm doing. There's the knife right there. That's what it's going to look like. Right there. And then that up there is what it looked like folded up. You can see the shape of the handle. So I'll make a spacer out of G10, but I can't make that until I get all these parts done and I get my hardware in the mail from knifemaker.com. All my hardware. Hardware determines how thick I'm going to make the handles, I can't do the handles and the covers on the handles until I get the hardware. Yeah, that takes some of the fun out of it, Charlie, that's for sure. But now I guess I'm going to drill this hole here before I do too much filing. I don't want to get upset here. I guess I can file out the flipper tab for now. That don't have to be precise, it just has to be the right length to stick out of the knife. So just the top part of it there. Just want to show these modern guys I can make any knife. Next one will be a button lock. If you can do it by hand, you can do it with a machine, that's for damn sure. Well, that's all I can take off until I drill this hole. So I'm going to drill that hole and get a plate and get it set. That's the flipper tab. That's the part when it's in the knife. You get the idea. Okay. I gotta figure out what my hole size is. I think it's it's 0.325 of an inch. I'm gonna drill my pilot hole first. That's my pilot hole. Okay. Barbara, what's up? Hey, I don't control when you guys get notifications. That's Google's terms, not mine. So if you don't get notified on some of my last minute lives, that's because I went live right away and notify you. I'm not the one that's supposed to notify you. Google's supposed to do it automatically for YouTube. That's on their call, not mine. So you know me, late at night I like to go live, just thumb around on the live streams. See if I'm up. Anytime past 10, a lot of times at night I'll go live. But start doing this during the day, like I am now. That way I can be done at night and spend the time with my wife. Yeah, that's Google's call, Barbara, not mine. So don't get mad at me. If you had a YouTube channel, you'd understand. I can't believe I only got 5 new subscribers last night. That's 5 more than I had, but usually when I'm doing this, I get 20 or 30 new subscribers. Maybe since I booked this 2 hours ahead time. So what I need to do is take this down here and make me a plate. The size of the knife. The size of the knife. What I need to do is cut this out, and I ripped it, so I might as well get some tape it back together. I was thinking about going with brass liners instead of steel. Maybe brass hardware on the outside. What do you guys think? you didn't watch last night, here's my Bowie knife. I got to make a guard for that today. Looking good, man. Looking good. 7 1/4 inch blade on it. It's a Bowie hunter knife. We call it the LT Cowboy. Brass would add some weight. Yeah, and actually I'm getting titanium hardware, so I'd like to get some titanium plating, but I got to heat treat it so I can get the spring right. So it's going to be probably a not a stainless, but the blade's 1084 carbon steel. So it's for me. It's my first prototype. I'm not going to sell it unless somebody really wants it for a $450 price. I could always use the money, but I'm just going to go with high carbon steel on the whole thing. Hardware, I already ordered it in titanium, but it's lighter. And I'm going to drill holes in the liner. It's got the same hardware as this one, petrified fish. It's kind of like that one, but not quite. It's basically the same length. This blade's a little bit longer, though. It's a tad longer, but same hardware. You know, spacer in the back here. And if you can look in there, you see them holes? I'm going to drill them holes in that liner all the way down, so you lose weight. Both liners will be drilled. That's just common sense. And I'll show you what I carried today. Petrified fish. I forgot the name of this one. D2 steel. Other petrified fish. This is the Vector. Finger flick. In all directions. I put that false Simone on it. I love this one, man. This one and the blue is my favorite. Then I got this on me. Kershaw Blur. Blacked out. Or Blur. Why did I say the Blur? Kershaw Leak. I've got my custom folder on me, my Barlow. And my custom Marvel's knife. This is thick paper here, boy. This paper plate. Hold on. Come on. He's sharp. Paper's not grabbing the paper right. Going too fast. That's what I carry on my side. All right. Oh yeah, well, get used to it because I'm going to be early during the day in the summer all year round. Wintertime, I'm usually late. In the summer, you guys are going to watch me make knives instead of showing them and talking about them. More than the leather work. Leather work's just something on the side that you guys like to have, you know what I mean? So I do it. So, all right, here's the blade inside the knife. Okay, here's the spacer, the frame, and you can see here, here's the knife open. Right there. That's what the knife's going to look like. Here's the handle. This is the liner lock. I'm not going to do a frame lock. I'm going to do a liner lock. And I'm going to put pocket clip deep carry. It's going to be underneath the scale. Okay. I'm going to screw it on in the inside. Or no, I'm going to screw it on the outside of the liner. So you'd have to take the scale off to get the, you know. No. I'm going to screw it from the inside. So when you take the knife apart, you just unscrew 2 screws and you get to take it out. It'll be ambidextrous, left and right-handed. I always need 3 or 4 at the same time. You know, well, I use them, and instead of putting them away right away, I just keep them in my pocket. You know, I'm always working with knives. I got a knife for specific tasks. And at the end of the day, I only have 1 on me or 2. That's about it. Now, what did I do with my damn? Probably put it in my pocket. Oh, I put my damn, oh, yep, my back pocket. Okay, I'm going to come back to this because I got other things in the shop I want to do. If I got enough time, I'll show you more on this. Next time I go live, you probably watch me do more on it. But yeah, I gotta drill this out now to the size of what my pivot spacer is gonna be. And then I gotta take this over to my buddy's house. He's got a milling machine. I can't do flat cuts. I gotta go down a 1/2 mil on each side because I'm putting bearings in here. It's gonna have 0.325 bearings in it. That's the inside diameter. That's 0.325 bushing for the pivot. This thing's going to be smooth as butter when I'm done with it. There's the stop pin right there. So far, everything looks like it's lined up pretty darn good. Look at my blade shape. You guys like that? This is 1084. Eventually, until I get set up for stainless steel, I'm going to have a guy cut these on his CNC machine and heat treat them for me. All I got to do is put the bevels on them. If I start selling them, I'll have a guy make me 50 of them at a time. And I'll have them in stock to put them together. And I might even have them mill me out all the liners. All I got to do is heat treat that and that. Heat treat the liner lock and heat treat the blade, and I'm golden. I could put them together. You know, I cut out the handles myself. because I haven't decided what handle material I'm going to use yet. Probably G10 or micarta, and I might go with a white spacer or something, or a colored spacer. I'm digging the neon greens for my logo and my knives. This might be blacked out, and I want to go all out on this. I want to make it just sharp looking. I might take it over to my buddy's. Got a DLC coating shop where he does AR-15s and knives and guns and everything, and I might black out the blade and have the neon green in it, and then have green liners with the black scales. My hoodies are going to be neon green with black emblems on it, so when people are at blade shows, my neon green, my logo shirts, hats, and you still get the camel hats from me, but I'm gonna have the neon green hats with my logos on them, and neon green hoodies, sweaters, t-shirts. I want a dozen people at the blade show lighting up. Everybody can point them out. Black anodized aluminum scales. Yeah, I mean, you're talking a whole different game there. I mean, I'm doing this by hand. I'm not, I can get some black aluminum and cut it out, yeah, for scales. And then maybe, or no, yeah, you're right. I can get flat stock aluminum, cut it out, and anodize it myself. And then maybe do a saw cut finish on it or something. We'll see. I just want to get this prototype done. I can always change out the scales whenever. But light is the key, yeah. You know, I need to get an 8-inch wheel so I can start doing bevel grinds. I haven't done that yet. I got one here, and I don't have the right machine to get it on. So I just want to, my mission is to accomplish this build. Like I said, I can put any type of scale on it that I want when I'm done. I can have 3 or 4 different options of scales for it. G10, anodized aluminum, or aluminum. That'll be custom order if they want it anodized. Yeah, I'm going to do the neon green liner, blacked out blade. I'm probably going to go with the neon green hardware too. I'll take the hardware into him, and he can DLC coat this and the hardware for me. And then my logo's going to get anodized on, or not anodized. My logo will get put on with my buddy's DLC shop. He does logos. He'll put the Kodiak Edge bear claw in there for me in green, blacked out blade. It's going to be something when I'm done with it. It's going to be a first look impression is what I'm going for. I mean, and that's a good idea. I might order some aluminum now. Do it in black, anodize it in black. I want blacked out, so with all neon green liners, neon green spacer. And I might do like Spyderco PM2 where I'll put a flush tab to the scale, push on the tab. You don't have to reach in and push down on it. A flush push down tab. I mean, it'll be a small one, so you still get your finger in that choil. We'll see. We'll see. Ideas. Okay. Now, I'm going to make some noise here, guys. I got to turn my compressor on. It's going to be loud. Because I got a sandblast over there. I got a knife. I want to get this done today, so all I got to make the sheath. I got all the hardware, and I got this in the mail today. Black denim micarta. That's what's going to go on it. Hopefully I can get 2 scale. I doubt it, though. I'd like to. I hate wasting this shit, man. But I'm not going to be able to. I can tell you that right now. I can use the cutoffs for traditional pulleys, though. Yep, neon grinder, Charlie. It's gonna stand out, that's for sure. Where do I keep putting my damn lighter at? I gotta heat up the forge. I want to straighten this out. Remember this that I forged? I want to bring this up and straighten that out a little more. I ground it somewhat, but I'm not happy with that, so I'm gonna thin this out more on the spine here and bring it up. I'll probably do that next. This here, I just gotta make a guard for it, and I'll probably heat treat it. But I gotta anneal it first so I can cut these holes out. So that'll be next after I sandblast this knife. Where the hell's my lighter at? It's in my pocket again. I'm gonna get me a lanyard here, man. I'm gonna pop a hole in this and put me a retractable lanyard on this damn thing. Even if it's damn, even if it's just a paracord around my neck, right? That's a good idea, right? A mini knife and a lighter, all, you know, both of them together. Maybe an old light, a knife, and a lighter. A 3-way. I had to figure something out, huh? Alright, put that lighter right out here in the front with my tobacco. Alright, I'm going to make some noise, y'all. Tell you one thing, I need a 3-way, and I never used up. Yeah, see here. This is the handle of that knife. Right there. Looks pretty sharp, I think. Man, I was looking at rock stud knives last night. I watched that Knees Knives guy. He did a shop tour on how the knives are made. And then I went to the website on them. And I tell you what, guys. $300 to $400 for the knives. Slip joint. And the blades are wobbly on them. I'm like, ain't no way in hell I'd buy a fucking slip joint for almost $400 and the fucking blade goes like this. You got plastic scales on the one. It's like, I think it's $325 for that one, and then the one with the anodized aluminum or aluminum scales, or no, titanium is like $425. And it's a slip joint. I'm like, nah. I guess we're trying to do something a little different than Jack Wolf. Steve Reedy, see what's up. What am I up to now? I'm doing knives, man. This is my bowling knife I'm working on here. And then I'm putting this aside, and I got to finish a customer's knife. You can see it. That's the close position right there. So here's the blade when it's in it. Right there. There's the handle. So with the blade out, it's right here. That's the handle, that's the blade. So I'm working on that. Now I'm going to put it aside now for a bit. Take advantage of this weather with the door open and get these knives, a couple of knives annealed and heat treated, and then go from there. That's the handle with nothing on it. Stop pin, pivot pin, spacer. M42's nice, yeah. They got some nice knives. Don't get me wrong, but man, them slip joints, they're not even well done. I could do a better job on them than that. Use fucking loose plastic on a blade. They said it takes them over a year to research the knife before they get it in the build process almost in the wall. You need to research that one a little bit more. But the ones with the titanium and anodized aluminum scales, perfect. And that one with the plastic, it was only 1.2 ounces. That's less than a bug out. Bug out's 1.8. So their other ones are, with the aluminum, titanium, 1.8 ounces, but the same weight as a bug out. $189. I got you. All right, let me plug this in. I gotta get going here. Make this noise before it's late. I'm going to hit this with the sander instead. Oh, I don't like the grind on one side, so sander it is. Oh, let's plug that back in. Okay. Put my damn mask on. I don't like breathing this shit anymore than I have to. Oh. Alright, I'm going to go a finer grip. Come on, man. What the hell? How am I doing? Much better. I don't like how that is, but oh well. It is what it is. That one's perfect. What up, YouTube Music Pearl? Afternoon, Adama. Adama. Okay. Always something, boy. Always something. Good enough. not getting any blast out of it, man. Well, what do you expect? I paid $200 for it. Done a lot of knives with it. I gotta get more weight in there. I don't have enough sandblasting material in there. I gotta be up at full pressure in order to get that compressor's old. I gotta get a bigger compressor. Time when you gotta upgrade your tool. Makes things a lot easier. Try that again, I guess. Getting there. Almost got it. Do the rest of the back belly. I always sandblast them before I stonewash it. I don't like that on there though. See that? On the very top? I don't like that. There's nothing I can do about that. I got it out. Look at that. Perfect. Not utterly perfect, but when I stonewash it, it'll look nice. So that's next. I got to stonewash it. You might as well do that right here. Cliff, you didn't see what I'm making yet, did you? Check this bad boy out, buddy. Here's my new modern folder for all you modern buff guys. I started it. Where's my blade now? Over here. What happened to my fucking YouTube channel on here now? God damn it. Hold on, I'll be right with you. Here's the blade. Like that blade shape clip? Check this out. Here's the handle. Here's the knife blade on it when it's open. Top picture is closed. The liner lock with a flipper tab. That's closed. Flip your flip tab and out she comes. Right there. There's the liner lock right there. So I got my hardware coming for it. I'm going to go all black out on it. And I'm going to have Kodiak Edge Bear Claw on there. My buddy's going to DLC coat this black with the neon green Bear Claw. Neon green hardware, neon green spacers, and black G10. Black G10 spacer. All hardware is going to be neon green. That's the new colors I'm going for. I'm waiting on my hardware to come in, and I can start setting all my, setting all this and get it dialed in. You modern guys gotta have a modern knife from me. That'll attract more modern guys to my page. Here's what we got now. I got this sandblasted. Now I gotta dip it, and I gotta cut these scales out. Take them down and then cut them out. Beautiful day out, man. I think it's about 78 degrees out there right now. All right, I gotta get some paper towels here to work on. I gotta clean this blade before I can dip it, or it'll have marks all over it. Here's my hydrofluoric acid. I gotta unzoom here. There we go. Oh. Start making the sheets for this tomorrow and we'll be done. Customer paid $190 for it. All blacked out. Or, well, black handles, not blacked out. Black sheets, black handles. It dries right up, boy. Okay, now I can dip it. Yep, this is my sow buster. I've had this acid for a couple of years now. I gotta go get me some baking soda upstairs. I ran out. Dippy dippy dip. I gotta tilt it. Okay. See if I can do this without spilling it. Okay. Okay. Don't want that thing to roll back or forth. Be in there 5 minutes. I've got 80% hydrofluoric acid and 20% vinegar. I gotta go get some baking soda and I'll be right back. Bicarbonate. Bye, gout. Oh, okay. Cool. I was wondering if you got something out of there. Sodium bicarbonate. Neutralize the acid. Yeah, throw it all in there. We are watching, he says. Yeah, you guys are seeing all the stuff that it takes me to make my knife. That's for sure. Okay, we'll see how we're looking here. I don't know why the handles don't take as black as the blade, but that's fine. That goes away when I stonewash it. But majority of it's black. That's all that matters. Sodium bicarbonate. Brush my teeth with this shit. Now you get to see how I stonewash my blades. I used to use a tumbler. That's up here. I don't use the tumbler anymore. It takes too long. I do it my way, which is the best way. A lot of guys making knives haven't caught on to this yet, so if you're a knife maker, pay attention. Here we go. This is how I stonewash. Right there. It's called a wire brush. Trick behind it is to get the finish on it, just like the tumbled rocks. You know what I mean? So I'll show you one side done and one side not. That's just one. Get a little bit light in here. See that? That's just a little bit. So I just put it on the table and beat the hell out of it. There's before, here's after. Does the same damn thing, right? I mean, look. Same damn thing. That rocks do, but 10 times faster. And you can put as much intensity on it as you want. You can make it as fine as you want. A little more control with the brush than the rocks. The rocks do their own thing. Some people put these in the tumbler for 20, 30 minutes. The whole edge is exposed, so it gets tumbled too, or stonewashed too. My bevels look a little different on each side, but you know what? Hey, I don't care. It is what it is. It's handmade. Dead bean bug. I hate them fucking bean bugs. They're coming alive, man. They're ready to go back in the fields. Fucking bring them over here from China. Now they're overpopulating the whole country. Same with the Asian carp. Man, I love eating Asian carp. There we go. That's one stonewash blade right there, guys. Edges are all stonewashed. It's ready for scales. And then put a cutting edge on it, and it's done. So I could have these scales on by the time somebody tumbles one of these in a tumbler. Okay, what next? I gotta cut out scales. Alright, I do one and then use it for a pattern. My bandsaw, I broke the blade on my bandsaw, so I can't use my bandsaw. Now I gotta get a new blade for it. So I can quit doing this shit the old-fashioned way. I should have got the thinner scales, but this will work. This is a 125-year-old back saw here. Lee Sisson and Son. Sisson. The original makers of the hand saws in the country. They even supplied all the other makers the metal for their saws. I restored it, the whole handle and everything. I got the back saw table too with it. 128 years old, 129 years old. Oh yeah. See if I can do it the other way now. Oh yeah. I think I can. Skating on me. Oh, come on. A faster way than that. Yeah. Get out the mite here. I gotta put my mask on. This shit, I do not like breathing it. There's the badge on it. Look it up. Look up the company. Very fascinating what they did. Oh, I got the wrong one on there. Son of a gun. Good old leaf blower, huh? Okay. Oh. Need a pencil. Yeah. Wish I had a marker instead. That's all right. I should have got the thinner ones. I don't know what I was thinking. Damn it. Oh. Oh, mask is killing me. When you start taking that whole line away, that means you're flat. See, it's almost gone, not quite, on the two edges there. See, a little bit there, a little bit there. My damn gloves on, this hurts. Sharp edges on that shit. Almost there. I want it flat because I got to put machine screws on this. Both scales will be exactly the same thickness. Unfortunately, I should have bought 3/16 or 5/16 scales instead of these over 3/8. Been fine for a bushcraft knife, but this isn't a bushcraft knife. Oh, my kitties have nothing to do with the inside today. It's almost 80 degrees. They're outside having fun. See, it's getting there. A little more there. Almost. Skates right across there. That's dead the same. All right. Hell, I might as well take my camera back over there. All my other shit's there. Okay, now that's the top. I gotta trace this out again. I need me a stout table. Okay. Put my mask bag on. Okay, now all I have left to do is drill my holes for my hardware. And then I got the other one to make. But I like the way the front turned out. Instead of rounding it, I decided to go angular. Kind of like opposite of that. I think that looks nice, don't you? Can't hear me. Why can't you? You need to Yeah, I have no problem with my end. It's got to be your end. Everybody else can't hear me. Or what? Real America, what up? Hi, country boy. Yeah, like and subscribe, please. Can now? Okay, yeah, he probably had to reset. Okay, so what I need to do now, as you can see, I got this not sanded down quite to it. Now, you always leave yourself a little play to get everything done and set. Once these holes are drilled and set, then I can take these back off. I'll scribe it again. Because, see, I don't want to sand it to the blade because I got it stonewashed. And I'll take that finish off and I got to do it again. I can if I want. I prefer not to. As long as these scales are just, a, you know, a micromillimeter lower than the edge, there's no hot spots, I'm happy with it. I mean, I usually get them right on. Because I'll scribe it with a needle. Take off the needle and I'm right there. Okay. Now to do this, I need to go get me some double-sided tape. I ran out of super glue. Sometimes I use super glue. So this is the best thing I get. Carpet tape. Works perfect. And I've installed a lot of carpet in my day, believe me. This shit holds. It's better than that seam tape you buy from the sewing stores. It holds so much, it's a bitch to clean off sometimes. But it holds as good as super glue. Petrified fish. $39.95 for that knife. Carbon fiber, G10 white. $39.95. You can't beat it for the price, guys. This one was a little more. This Vector was $47. And I put the false Simone on it. Man, we got mosquitoes coming in here now. Damn. Them fucking things are savages, boy. Almost time to shut the doors. Mosquitoes are getting me. Okay. Yeah, this shit sticks, guys. Look at that shit. Whew. It's sometimes rough to take it off. So I stick it on there like that. And then I just cut around it. Get away from me, you fucking mosquito. Alright. I'll be right back. I'm going to go cut around this. Peel the tape off the back side and it's ready to go. Put this knife away. 4 fucking knives on me. Think I need another knife? Now, I was supposed to make this the bottom flat side, but I got that nice and flat, so it don't matter. So now I got to get it on here right. Looks good right there. Yeah, that's nice and flat. I sanded that down nice and flat. Okay, I'm going to press it in the vise. That's it. Now, drill. Drill, baby, drill, like Trump says. Drill, baby, drill. Shut up, dummy. All right. All right. This thing's a 1/4 inch, and I know I got one in here somewhere. Nope. Nope. That's it, but it's the wrong kind of bit. Nope. 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 It'll always be the last one you grab, right? There it is, 1/4 inch. All right. We'll get my hardware. Bought me 5 more packages of these things. I always put this in here so it don't move around. You don't want these to move. Torque screws. I'm just putting one on. Oh, other side. I'm drilling on this side. I just don't want dirt to get down in there. That's why I'm putting one on. If I don't lose it. These are T17 head. Might be a T14. I didn't check. That's the hardware for my hands. Keep my scales on. Okay, now that won't move. That's the trick, right? One more. Lanyard hole. There we go. That's drilled and ready for hardware. Now I gotta reset it. Recess for these screw heads to fit in there. See what I mean? Okay, now I gotta recess these two holes. This is a lanyard. I'll recess it too a little bit. That way there's no sharp edges on the paracord when you put it through there. We need to make you one of these, brown sugar. How you doing? With purple scales. The hell is that? You guys hear them whooping cranes? Let me go out. Hold on. They're flying right there, see them? They want to land. See if we can get them landing. Shut up! They are loud, boy. Turkeys are probably in the field over there too. They're flying still. They're there. Oh, come on, don't land in the graveyard. Uh-oh. They like to land over here by the pond. So, I think they're just flying low. This is my neighbor's yard. Sandhill cranes, yep. That's what they are, sandhill cranes. Come on, man. They like to come to the pond because it's water. Must be a puddle over there or something. They're like 6 feet tall, man. Them things are huge. Let's go see if the turkeys are out. It's about that time of evening before they roost. Let me go get my keys. Something I had to do, forgot to do. They brought my card to my doorstep, so I didn't have to go to the mailbox, but I needed to go to the mailbox. Thanks for making my keychain for my mailbox. I got one of these on my regular keychain too. My truck logo. All right, let's go for a walk, y'all. It's about 125 yards. Okay. Dinner's ready, she said. Turkey should be in the field. They were this morning. There's like 10 of them over here. They roost in the trees here in this graveyard. The old Bohemian graveyard, you know, you guys probably see me live If you watch me on Facebook, I go for a walk every day for my heart. It's like 2 miles there and back. It's probably about a half a mile to the entrance from my house to the entrance of the graveyard, and then it's half a mile to walk around it, and then another half mile back. Mile and a half, maybe 2, I don't know, somewhere around there. Oh, well, hello, George Bush. Welcome back. You were here last night, I take it. I can remember the name. No turkeys yet. They'll be here before dark, though. I had to get a lock-in mailbox because the mail lady was, temporary mail person was stealing my shit. Nobody takes your shit out of an envelope, folds the envelope, and puts it back in your mailbox. Nobody. Okay. My bank statements, my loan, my credit card statement. Do not bend or tear, whatever that is. And my Knights of Columbia. Read that tonight. Wife was out here trimming some of these bushes. This one here is a blackberry tree. I got like 15 blackberry trees. I got mulberries there and there. Them are both mulberries. All the way around that patch, that's all mine. It's full of mulberries. And then blackberry trees, I probably got about 15 of them. So I can can all I want. I still got some in the freezer from October's harvest or whatever it was. September harvest. Yeah, September. Same time I get the mushrooms. Yeah, this thing's gonna get gutted and become my barn. For now, we're gonna paint it white. She wants it to match the barn. I put a brown roof on it a couple years ago, metal roof. I'm gonna put a black one on that. But yeah, I'm gonna gut all this, fill the basement, make it my pole barn. I'm gonna take this ramp out of here that never got used because I made it too steep. Couldn't even use it, man. It's slippery, you bust your ass on it. So I'm gonna take the ramp out and doctor up that. Have me a little deck there when I'm working in my shop up there. That's gonna be my new shop. Old farmhouse. This is my house. I built this 27 years ago. We had it for storage when her mother was alive. When she passed away, I bought out the property. Bought her brother out. It's mine now. Ours. So, here's where I'm at. Yeah, them sandhill cranes or something else. Okay, I gotta do the other side now, so I'm gonna go ahead and do these holes, ream them for the hardware real quick, and then I'm gonna go eat. All right, and then I'll go live a little later, show you where I'm at. Okay, now we know them are the same. I can leave that right on there. This is where you have to have precision. Screw heads, everything's got to be lined up right. So, that said, where's my damn micrometer at? It's in the other room. Okay. Screw head width on. millimeters. Seven, 9/8, so 8.00. There it is, 8.00. Lock that in, see what I got. Too big. Too big. The end of these bits are the same angles, them screws on it, angle on the screw, so this works perfect. There we go, perfect. Now I gotta set the depth on this once the bit's in here. I'm gonna store that bit right there so I know where it's at. Okay, now I gotta come down. See which way tightens this. Does that? Yep. So we're gonna come down. Let's try that. A little too deep. I think that's got it. I gotta watch because it wants to drift on me. Once I start this, I gotta make sure it's lined up. I gotta go deeper than that. So I'm gonna go. A little more. How's this one? More in it too. Yep. Almost. That's gotta be it. A little bit more. Wow. So I go right here. Right there. Lock that in. There we go. Man, I always get this angle thing too close to the screw, but that's okay. Can't get it perfect every time. That's the right depth. Go a little more on this one. That's it. That'll get torqued down nicely. Nice and flush. Yeah, that'll tighten down nicely. There it is. So, I got two of these in here. I'll show you what she looks like. Here's the church bells. And then I gotta go eat, guys. And I'll see you guys later on tonight if you want to see me work more on these. See where I'm at on it. Just tell me yay or nay if you want me to go live tonight. It might be late though. I spent some time with my wife tonight. I'm getting up earlier now and doing this during the day. That's why I'm going for the day. But there it is. Ready for the other scale. And once the other scale's drilled, then I'll just clean and buff all these scales and bolt it on, and it's done. Put my cutting edge on it. I'll go live for an hour tonight, show you guys where I'm at. That'll be it. And then you can watch me work on knives tomorrow during the day again if you want. But, yeah. Like, start a little holder for the lanyard. I got this reaming tool, puts that right angle on there. Then I'll go get something to eat. I haven't eaten in 24 hours. I fast. I only eat once a day. So, this ain't the bit I want. What do I do with my black cases? I got them somewhere. I don't know where the hell they're at, but I got them somewhere. Huh. I got a black box, so. Oh, I know where I put it. In the cabin. There they are. I had an angle in here. Where you at, damn it? Always on the bottom. Too big. Too big, too big, too big. I'll do it later. My drilling tool. I give it a nice little angle for the lanyard. You can barely see it, but you know it's recessed. That's it. That's it, folks. Now I can peel this off and do the other side. That's what I'll do next, but not right now. But I want to get this done tonight so I don't have to play with it anymore. And what I do is I trace these holes in that lanyard hole, because if the customer, every one of these can be slightly different. I can't make new scales for this knife to match that knife. Probably might be off a little bit, you know what I mean? I mean, even though I had them, yeah, see, the back holes different than the front hole. So every one of these handles are different. So I make a pattern and put the customer's name on it. So if they order different scales for it, like if you want stag or you want G10 or ram's horn or mammoth tooth, whatever you want, I gotta have the exact 3 holes with your name on it. So, or you send me the knife. It's easier to send the knife, but if it's easier actually just for both of us is to trace these 3 holes out. That way I got them. So, okay, you know what I'm doing next. Taking this off and doing the other side. You know, I'll probably just not use the knife. I'm going to take this and double stick it to the other micarta when I get it to the right thickness and go from there. So let me see here. Get this tape off of here. Of course I can. It's stonewashed. I can scratch the edge. Uh-huh. There she is, folks. Almost a completed knife. By tonight it'll be done. Have a lanyard on it and everything. He didn't want anything carved on the top, so. And and that's what I charge for the carve. You only have to contact to make sure. But because he paid me the full price, which was $190, $175, and then shipping. So I gotta etch my name, my logo on it for him. That's the knife. Kodiak Edge Sandblaster, folks. I got short videos. You can see the knife done. I'm a black kitty. A kitty, kitty, kitty. So, all right. Thanks for watching, and I'll get on that tonight. Like I said, wife goes to bed. I'll probably be live about 10:30, 11 o'clock. You guys can see where I got, what my progress is on that knife. See what my progress is on my modern folder I'm making. Maybe tonight, before I go live again, I'll make the, you know, the liner lock spacer, and I gotta make a template for this so I can get everything lined up. So I might do that tomorrow. I don't know. I'll see. But all right, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you on the next one, possibly tonight. So be alert. Friday night, nothing else to do, right? We'll see you all later. Cliff, Barbara, thank you. God bless you all. And we'll see you guys on the next one. All right. Peace.